The company's Hide and Stitch, derived by my wife probably about 14, 15 years ago. We do wood, metal, corian, leather and paint, and on the wood side we concentrate on the real high-end cabinet making. Leather handrails is a specialty that we do. So over the last sort of 5 years it's mostly London based with the really high-end stuff. So we work for sort of Harrods, Selfridges, Rolex, Tag watches, all independently through other companies, so like display counters and bits and pieces like that. Originally I started at home in a garage doing leather work, and I went down to a show at Felder where I was going to get the FD250, and whilst I was there saw the other machines and decided to buy a combination machine, which worked brilliantly at the start. But obviously as you evolve and develop, the way forward for me was to separate the machines and get a bigger unit, so we bought where we are today. And then obviously it was onto the Format 4, which is where we are today. When you're working to a manual indexed rip fence or outrigger fence, it sounds very basic, but every woodworker out there will have done the simple mistake of going the wrong side of the 5. So you think you're a +5, but you've actually gone below. When you actually have a digital readout on an outrigger fence and also on the rip fence, it's brilliant. So when you're doing really accurate work like mitre work, it has to be 1/10 of a mil or you're going to get a gap. You know, and I'd suggest anyone that was going to upgrade and was going to go manual to, you know, within a month you realise it was the right choice. It really pays off in the future, and I always say time is your biggest asset in your business, so if you can save a minute here or 10 minutes there over a year, it's a lot of money. I've got the AD951, which is a really good combination from doing the planing and the thicknessing. That's nearly 10 years old, that machine. It's worked perfectly. Apart from greasing the spiral adjusters and the ball bearings, it's been pretty maintenance free since day one. I've also got a spindle, which is really good for us. Probably not what it was designed for, but we do a lot of foam shaping on that for leather walls, so we can do different cuts and angles on the foam. And obviously we use it traditionally as well for the wood as well. I also bought the RL250 because I wanted to be able to use a CNC at a future date. So rather than upgrading at a later date, I thought, well, we'd invest quite heavily at the start, and then obviously it paid off at the end. But it's also really good. We actually have a way of cleaning the workshop. We have a gate over in the back corner, so every day we just use the air lines and we just blow into the back, and it just cleans up and goes into the bag, which is just, again, saving time. So this workshop, we've sort of set it up so we've got woodworking downstairs. We've got an area where we do our cutting and sewing. Upstairs we've got another small area, so if potential clients want to come and sort of see the type of work that we do, we've got that upstairs. And then we have an area for cutting out our leather and then doing our metal work, and then we have finally a spray booth in the back corner. So we've had to try and split all these areas up because sort of welding near painting and painting near upholstery and wood near a spray booth are all sort of the worst type of things that you've got to try and sort of fit in and try and keep everything clean. Business is a very simple thing. There's 3 main keys. There's having a market, making a product for the right price and delivering it within time. If you can do those 3 things, you'll make money, but you need to be organised and you need to evaluate your business from, you know, day to day, week to month to where you want to be within the marketplace. It's all about buyer confidence. So having a workshop that is fully kitted and you're looking after your kit, and hopefully when you come here you can see that it's not just about you know, taking money off a client, it's about actually achieving something that they want with the best machinery that you can get. I've not had a problem with one machine over 9-10 years. I will actually buy a Felder machine because I want the machine, but there isn't actually anything else that I need, even though I look to see what I can buy. I think the only reason that I change things is I just like to have a new model. It's not the fact that the machine wears out, and they have such an amazing residual value on them as well. So if you invest well at the start, you'll get the money out at the end.